Good morning, Year 10. It is Monday, the 15th of June, and it's the start of a brand new week. So, after the debacle where I didn't manage to record the answers video on Friday, don't ask, it was a long day. I'm going to do it on a Monday instead. So, you've already had the task on Show My Homework, which has said that you've got to get in contact with yourselves and have a chat, because that's what we do on a Monday. We shan't be having Sear on Thursday because you're going to be in, and I'm looking forward to that. I'll get to see you face to face. You will get to hurl abuse at me in person, which would be nice. I've missed it. What do I have for you today? Well, basically, it's going through the answers that I would have done on Friday. We got 13 out of 20. I am sorry. We also had the lowest turnout we've had. So clearly something was awry last week. So that might explain why we did so badly. Thank you to those that did take part, and thank you very much for offering your answers, because, you know, it's better than nothing. Hopefully, after we've had a chat this Thursday, we'll have a bit of a boost for the Friday next week. This week. So at the end of the week, I should have, theoretically, more answers. Obviously, on the Thursday, if you want to, you can tell me your answers in person, which would be nice. What can I have for you then? Let's do this. Bad YouTube moment. And too many ers. I'm really getting, no. And swears. Here they are. The only cure for sadness. Well, they're not. But hey, a little bit, eh? Question 1 was, according to new research, what percentage of people infected with COVID-19 will never develop symptoms? They are asymptomatic. The answer was B, 15%. New research by an Australian research team says 15% of people with COVID-19 will never develop symptoms, and people with less symptoms are less likely to spread the disease. However, they can still spread it. So this is quite a shock piece of news, and it's much higher than people assumed. So well done to Reese for getting that one right. Question 2. Which of the following is true about the United Kingdom's weather in May? The sunniest, the windiest, or the coldest May on record? It was, of course, the sunniest May on record. You probably guessed that one. You lived through it. Sunniest calendar month on record. Spring was the sunniest spring. We enjoyed 266 hours of sunshine, surpassing the previous record of 265 in June 1957. That's a pretty, well, that's the year, and I think the month that the school opened. So some kind of weird anniversary there. The sudden switch from extreme wet in February to extreme dry has apparently amazed meteorologists. It's not British weather. I think what they mean is it doesn't fit the climate. Climate change is happening. You're living it. Question 3. What was the Queen doing in her first public appearance? This did not go well for us. She was, in fact, riding a horse. There we go. Last public picture of the Queen was taken as she was driven away from Buckingham Palace to a Berkshire home, that's pronounced Berkshire, on 19th of March. The 94-year-old monarch was pictured on a 14-year-old fell pony at Windsor Castle last week. Why we needed the ages of the pony and the monarch, I'm not entirely certain. Apparently this is important though. Question 4. In which US city did the mayor have the street sign painted? Yeah, you got this one. Obviously it was Washington, D.C., a show of solidarity with the protesters. It was painted on that street because that's the street that Donald Trump ordered riot police and National Guard and Secret Service to clear of protesters so he could walk to the church and hold a Bible as if he was trying to sell it. That's why that street in particular, and I assume why the mayor decided to do that in a show of solidarity. Make of that what you will. We are discussing this in ethics. Question 5. Why has Russian President Vladimir Putin declared a state of emergency in the region of Siberia? It was because 20,000 tons of diesel had spilled from a storage facility at a power plant in the city of Norilsk. Booms were laid in a nearby river to prevent the fuel from reaching the environmentally delicate Arctic Ocean. The World Wildlife Fund's Russia operation said the damage to fish and other resources could exceed $22.7 million. I'm not entirely sure how you put that in cost when they're dying and they're animals. Do we have a... We must have, I assume, an equation for the amount that a fish costs. Who knew? Question 6. True or false? The World Health Organization has said the use of face masks in public is not necessary to reduce the spread of coronavirus. It's false. The World Health Organization has now changed its policy on face masks. Well, not really. They merely said that it was a good idea, and then they upgraded it to, we recommend. I'm not sure that's changing one's policy. Advising they should be worn in public places. They did also point out from the beginning that those who wear face masks in public places, those areas that people do that, had less transmission of any diseases, and coronavirus tended to be beaten quicker. The British the British government decided that they weren't going to listen to that advice. And yeah, there you go. Question 7. What has Prince William revealed he has secretly been doing? Which could have been rude, but for the 3 options made it not. The answer, we got this one wrong, by the way, sorry. The answer was B, helping as a helpline volunteer. Sorry, Reese, you were alone in getting that one right. He has been volunteering at Shout 85258, which offers support via text message to people in personal crisis. Prince William said he had been answering messages after being trained by the mental health charity. That's pretty cool. Well done, Prince William. Question 8. In which European country did this incident occur last week? It's Norway. There is a documentary on YouTube about this, and lockdown's been getting to me because I watched it. Wait, no, that was before lockdown. I'm just boring, basically, is what it boils down to. Question 9. At the peak of the pandemic, the world cut its daily carbon dioxide emissions by 17%. They reckon it was going to be the biggest annual drop. However, carbon dioxide emissions have been rising and have bounced back quicker than anyone thought, and they're now ahead of where we were in February. So, turns out people are just burning more stuff now. The current projections have us making up the shortfall, i.e. the 70% drop, by the end of the year with excess burning. Oh, hey-ho. Question 10. The idea of building a bridge linking Scotland and Northern Ireland has featured in the news recently. Now, there's something to be said about this bridge. The length of the bridge is irrelevant. The point here is it goes over the North Sea, not the North Sea, the Irish Ocean, which is a bit choppy. Now, the current holder of the longest bridge span goes over a much less stormy sea. Also, it goes over several artificial islands to get there. So it's not the length that's the issue. The answer is 18 miles, by the way. Alexander de Pfeffel Johnson has previously described the bridge, that's his real name, by the way, described the bridge as a very interesting idea, because of course he has. He has a thing about bridges, and said in December, watch this space. However, the Cabinet Officer says no detailed feasibility work has been done and no money has been spent on the idea, unlike the one he did for London, where they spent millions of pounds and did nothing because it was ridiculous and they couldn't do it. A bridge between Larne and Port Patrick would not be the largest over water in the world. That honour goes to Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau, note the 3 places, which has about 48.3 kilometres of its span over water, but multiple artificial islands between them, and in a strait that is relatively calm. Question 11. Why is Donald Trump upset with Twitter? Not on Twitter. That's all the time. With Twitter. It was, in fact, fact-checking warnings. Trump accused Twitter of interfering in the 2020 presidential election by putting a fact check on his tweet about mail-in ballots, because he said that they were open to fraud and that they should not be used and were the most dangerous method of voting, which fact-checking shows is false. He then signed an executive order challenging some of the legal protections social media sites have in revenge, because he's not a petty man, you understand. Question 12. In which Italian city was this photo taken? Yeah, it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm not even, there we go. Question 13. Microsoft is set to replace dozens of journalists who select the news stories that go to its popular MSN website. How will they be replaced? Apparently with robots. What they mean is automated systems and AI algorithms. I'm not sure that counts as a robot, because a robot has to be a physical thing. These are not physical things. I suspect the people writing the quiz are struggling. Nevertheless, they will not be fully familiar with strict editorial guidelines, and they will be weird because algorithms are strange. There was one on Twitter, and it was turned racist within 3 hours. I wish I were joking, but I'm not. Question 14. Which of the following has happened to the UK house prices in the last month? They've dropped. Largest drop in 11 years. They fell by 1.7% in May from the previous months. Annual house price growth halved from 3.7% to 1.8% as the coronavirus hit market activity. There were 53% less house sales in April compared with the same month last year. Well, obviously, you're not allowed to sell them. I'm amazed that was so low. What does this mean? Not a lot. The house prices are going to bounce back. They already have begun doing so. What does that mean to you? This is a bad thing. House prices going up, many people say is a good thing. But for you guys, the youth, it's a bad thing. For people like me, I already own my house. This is amazing. For you guys, I don't know how you're going to afford to actually buy a house. I guess renting will be the future. So people like me might be able to afford 2 houses when we retire. Hooray! And then we'll rent to people like you. So yay, I think. Anyway, there you go. That's house prices. Again, I think the quiz writers are having difficulties. Question 15. Why has climate activist Greta Thunberg been in the news recently? And everybody got this, thank you. She's been speaking out about wastewater being discharged into European waters. She lashed out at authorities in Denmark over reports that since 2014, over 35 billion litres of unfiltered sewer water have been pumped into the Øresund Strait during heavy rains because Danish treatment plants could not handle a large volume of water. Ew, that's a thing. They do that in the UK a lot. It's one of the reasons we have the dirtiest beaches in Europe. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Question 16. Well, obviously, if you know anything about Jacksepticeye or Billy Bob, I can't remember his full name. There we go. Which country is flag? It's Ireland. Ireland. Era. The bit of Ireland that Britain doesn't own. Tesla boss Elon Musk and partner Grimes have changed the name of their baby. It's not Zippy. I'm sorry, everyone went for Zippy. I don't know why. I appreciate your humour. It's actually C, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that again. It's apparently because you can't put Arabic numerals in names, i.e. numbers. So they went with Roman numerals. I feel sorry for the kid. I mean, how do you shorten that? Do you just call them I don't know, or X? Poor kid. 18. What is the capital city of Hungary? There's actually two, and those of you, well, everyone got this. It was Budapest, because the city of Buda and city of Pest. I'm not joking, it's a twin city. 19. What did the crew who recently traveled to the International Space Station name their ship? And I'm really, really sorry here. Again, it's Reese. Reese got it right, everyone else got it wrong, and therefore I couldn't grant it. It is the Endeavour. 2 American astronauts traveled to the International Space Station in a joint effort between NASA and SpaceX. Question 20. In which location did this house eventually lose its battle with gravity? East Church, Broadchurch, or Whitechurch? Well, there's only actually one place that's real. Broadchurch is fictional. And it's Whitechurch. Sorry. It fell down at 3 a.m. last Wednesday, according to the neighbours. It had been left partially over the edge following a cliff fall the previous Friday when 20 homes were evacuated. Well, there you go. And that is the end. And with that, we finish our quiz. So this week, there'll be another one on Wednesday. You'll be in on Thursday. You can give me your answers in person if you like. I don't know how it's going to go exactly. I've got a series of things that I have to do. If we have time, I'll go through it with you because, why not? You will also be expected to come with work you need to complete so that I can see people individually. There'll be myself and Mrs. Weller in the room, and we will be able to take off individuals to have a quick chat about how things are going and anything you need help with. As I've said in the task, what we'll do is, if you're struggling with a particular lesson, we'll be able to put in place something where we talk to the staff involved and may be able to support you that way. So hopefully it'll be a useful exercise for you. However, if you have been, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day, Year 10, and I shall see you on Thursday, but also you shall see me on Tuesday with something to do with ethics. Depends what the news stories are, I suppose. There's plenty that's happened over the weekend with the protesters apparently protecting statues, getting into tussles with the police. I'll be interested to see if that made the national news. Anything else to say? No, I don't think so. Have a lovely day. Stay safe, Year 10. And I shall see you on Thursday, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready for, well, a day in school, though it'll be a very weird day, I appreciate. I'm looking forward to seeing you regardless, and it should be, well, different, but also fun. Thank you very much, Year 10. Oh, sorry. Yes, the awkward end.